SBV, C Division, B Division, Visionaire. What's going on, everybody? You're here with your boy Fredo. You're here with your boy Alfred. And today I'm going to speak on why it's important to compete with yourself, right? Now I'm going to start off with a question real quick. And I want you guys to be completely honest because you're only lying to yourself, not me. Can't catch me with that. Do you often find times that you're comparing yourself to other people, that you're competing with other people? It could be something you've done in the past, or it could be something that you're currently doing now. And I'll let the question sit for a second. Now, if the answer is no, that's great. You're on the right track. But you probably have done it in the past. And I'm speaking today to those that are still continuing to do it, right? So why is it important to compete with yourself and only yourself? I have 3 reasons, right? Number 1, self-improvement as a journey. You start to see self-improvement as a journey. You start to see that your life is yours to live and that you are the greatest project you'll ever work on. So you only compete with yourself, right? If you're in class and the teacher's giving each body their own specific project that they have to pour their own time and energy into, are you going to spend your time working on somebody else's project, developing somebody else's project while you leave yours behind? No. You're going to build your project. And you're going to build your project with the intention that it can be the best project that I can ever work on, right? Even if it's not technically greater than somebody else's. If it's the greatest to you, then it is the greatest to somebody else's. Don't confuse it. It's not a contradiction. Stay with me. And I'm going to tell you why, right? Now, there was this quote. I'm not sure who said it, right? It may have been in a book I read. But it said, every great man is the greatest actor of his own ideal. Now, what does that mean, right? So essentially what that means is that we all strive for perfection. But because we can't be perfect, we're only actors of perfection. We're only actors of being the best that we can be. Because once you reach the best, once you reach what you think is the best, once you reach what you think is perfection, we can only keep going more and more and more from it, right? So we can't be perfection. We can only be the greatest actors of our own ideal, our own good, our own worth, our best self, right? So that's why being the best you can be is important, because nobody can take that away from you, right? Reason number 2, goal clarity, right? When you compete with only yourself, you highlight your goals and yours alone, right? So I'm going to give you an example. There could be a famous celebrity. There could be a famous basketball player, whether it's a movie star, actor, singer that you may look up to. I'm not saying it's bad to look up to anybody. We need inspirations and we need role models, right? That we can kind of see ourselves in to help push us forward, right? But you may compare yourselves to your goals. You may say, oh, I want to be Paul George, or I want to sing like Whitney Houston, but you're selling yourself short. Because Whitney Houston and Paul George have their own goals. So when you're saying, I want to be a basketball player like Paul George, or I want to be a singer like Whitney Houston, you're not achieving your goals. You're not reaching towards your goals. You're reaching towards someone else's. And once you get to someone else's goals, once you finally achieve what you thought that you wanted to be, you're going to think to yourself, is this really what I wanted? And your conscious and your subconscious mind is going to answer no, because it was never yours to begin with. It was never your goal. So when you compete with yourself and yourself only, you receive goal clarity, right? Because you only have yourself to hold you accountable to. You only have your goals that you work towards every day. Instead of saying, I want to be like Whitney Houston, say, I'm going to be the greatest Alfred Lewis can be. I'm going to be the greatest David could be. I'm going to be the greatest Melissa could be, right? Goal clarity. You start to highlight your goals. You start to work towards your goals. You start to see exactly what you want. You're not trying to match the description that your parents gave for Debbie to live when she was first born. You're not trying to live up to the description that the parents made for Jack when they were first born. You're trying to live up to the description that you, that me, that I am created for myself, right? And once you do that, once you start to continually only compete with you and yourself alone, that's when you get goal clarity. I'll give another example, right? So I'm on a debate team. I'm about to graduate now, but I'm on a debate team. When I go to the debate team, it's obvious that you're competing with other people, right? If not, it couldn't be a debate. It couldn't be a conversation. You need 2 for a conversation. You need at least 2 for an argument, right? But my mentality when I go into debate, I say, how can I argue better than I did last time? How can I attack this person's point that I did last time, right? Although first place is the goal, the biggest goal is first place in myself. Because if I walked in knowing I gave my all, if I walked in knowing I gave all on the table and I could come back and I can have more to improve on, then first place is nothing but a trophy for me, right? The biggest first place is my goal clarity. The biggest first place is my mindset improving, me expanding on the things that I want to expand on, right? So reason number 2 is goal clarity. Reason number 3, self-motivation. Self-motivation, right? Once you become your own competitor, your greatest competitor, you have no one else to look to. You wake up every day, you say, wow, Alfred, or wow, Debbie, or wow, Jack, wow, Melissa. I feel motivated today because I'm living to all the goals I placed upon myself. I am my own conqueror. I am the greatest I can be. I'm the greatest actor of my own ideal. I'll give another example. It was Mike Tyson, right, who's very smart, very, very smart, very intellectual, very wise, right, knows his history. He was on a podcast with somebody, I don't remember who, but the point is, he was talking about conquerors, more specifically Alexander the Great. And for those who don't know what Alexander the Great is, he's considered one of the greatest conquerors, if not the greatest conquerors to ever exist. He's the reason why you see so many Greek letters in math, so many Greek letters in fraternities and sororities. We're heavily influenced by Greek art and culture today, right? And because of Alexander the Great. So the author, he asked Mike Tyson, he said, hey, Mike, do you feel that you were born in the wrong generation? That if you were born in Alexander's time, that you would be a conqueror of yourself, right? Mike Tyson replied, no, I'm already a conqueror because I conquered myself. You see, Mike Tyson gets it. He understands it. He's his own self-motivator. I don't need to be in a separate time. I don't need to be comparing myself to somebody else because I'm already me, right? I'm the most unique person I ever could be, right? I'm already the greatest in my own self. So I don't need to rely on other people's goals, or I don't need to rely on these historical figures society upholds and then try to uphold myself to their standards. Because here, whether we're side to side, I'm already above my own way. Don't miss the analogy, right? So self-motivation. You highlight your own goals. You highlight your own self because you're living to what you see yourself as what you want to be. Not somebody else's dream, not somebody else's vision, right? So please, guys, remember these 3 things. Number 1, of why you should compete with yourself and yourself only. The first reason, you see self-improvement as a journey. Number 2, goal clarity. Your goals become clearer because you're focusing on your own goals. And number 3, self-motivation. You only look up to yourself to be the best that you can be rather than comparing yourself to other people. And with those 3 goals, with working on these 3 things as little as every day, or just even keeping them in your mindset so that one day they could be manifested into reality, right? You can become the best you can be by only competing with yourself. Iron only sharpens iron, right? And as far as I know, I'm the greatest resource God ever put on this earth. Have a great day, everybody. Visionaire out.